We've all been there. Late-night cravings, hunger driving you to the nearest fast food joint. McDonald's is the perfect place to satisfy that midnight hunger, right? But what if I told you that for one man, his late-night order didn't just satisfy his hunger, it nearly cost him his life? This is the story of a man who went to McDonald's for a simple cheeseburger, but what he received instead was something far darker than he could have ever imagined. It was just another regular night, or so he thought. Have you ever gotten the feeling that someone's watching you, even when no one's around? Imagine this. You're at the drive-thru, and when you pull up to the window, the worker hands you your food. Except, there's one problem. There's no one in sight. The kitchen is empty. No one's behind the counter. Yet the food keeps coming out. Hot fries, freshly made burgers, and a drink, all prepared as if by an unseen hand. Who's working the fryer? Who's at the grill? The truth might be more chilling than you think. What if I told you there's something sinister hiding inside your favorite McDonald's meal? We've all heard about fast food horror stories, but this one is different. One ex-McDonald's employee came forward revealing a shocking secret that could change how you look at the food you eat. What was really going into those famous fries? Was it just potatoes, or something more sinister? Something was added to the recipe that no one expected, and it wasn't part of the menu. When you think of McDonald's, you probably think of kids playing in the colorful playgrounds, right? The sound of children laughing, climbing up slides, and having fun. But not all playgrounds are as innocent as they seem. One mother's visit to a McDonald's play area would haunt her forever. Her child, excited to play, ran straight to the jungle gym. But the atmosphere felt off. Something didn't feel right. Shadows in the corners of her eyes, whispers in the air, and a cold sensation that gripped her every time she glanced at the slide. Behind every McDonald's is a manager, running the operation. But in one particular McDonald's, the manager had a dark secret that no one could have predicted. For years, he worked tirelessly, keeping the staff in check and the customers satisfied. But one night, a teenage employee uncovered something horrifying about the manager's past. Something that made the hairs on the back of their necks stand up. What started as a regular shift soon turned into something much darker. A secret that would change everything. When you're a McDonald's delivery driver, your job is simple. Get the food to the customer. But for one driver, a routine midnight delivery turned into a nightmare he couldn't escape from. Assigned to deliver food to a seemingly empty office building, the driver thought it would be just another uneventful shift. But when he arrived, everything was quiet. No lights, no sound. Yet, the smell of fresh fries lingered in the air. As he walked inside, he realized he wasn't alone. In any kitchen, accidents happen. But the one at this McDonald's wasn't your typical slip-up. A cook, trying to get the orders out on time, felt a sharp pain in his chest. At first, he thought it was just a cramp or fatigue. But when he looked down at his shirt, he saw something that made his blood run cold. It wasn't ketchup. It wasn't grease. It was blood. And it wasn't just his. What happens when your drive-thru order isn't just wrong, but completely out of this world? For one couple, a routine visit to the McDonald's drive-thru turned into something they'll never forget. When they pulled up to the window, they realized that the food they'd ordered wasn't theirs at all. They were handed a meal that didn't match their order at all. And what was more disturbing was that there was no receipt, no explanation, just strange, unfamiliar food that they had never seen before. But it wasn't the food that frightened them the most. You might have heard of the mysterious disappearance of a McDonald's employee. It wasn't just any disappearance. This one would go unsolved for years. A young woman working the late shift vanished without a trace. The police had no leads, and the surveillance footage was oddly incomplete. But when they dug deeper into the McDonald's kitchen, they uncovered something terrifying. A piece of evidence no one expected, and no one would have believed if they hadn't seen it for themselves. As we uncover these stories, it becomes clear. McDonald's has some horrifying secrets, and not all of them are just urban legends. The truth behind these chilling experiences connects them all in ways we never imagined. The horrifying reality? Some stories have never been fully told, until now. The next time you step into a McDonald's, just remember this. Not everything is as it seems, and you never know who or what is watching you from behind those golden arches. You've heard these stories, but are you sure it's over? Like, share, and subscribe for more of these terrifying real-life horrors. Click the bell for the next dark tale, and remember, the scariest part isn't hearing the stories. It's that they could be happening to you right now.